What's good, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? JDaisy here with the JDaisy Gaming Channel. Here with, this game was given to me, by the developers. I didn't ask, they just sent it to me. I'm very grateful for it. They sent me a couple keys. This is Lootfest Wars, and it is a little tiny game. I apologize, I'm bringing up the Steam page. Lootfest Wars, this is a word-for-word description. A relaxing RTS. Isn't that pleasant? Short, sweet, to the point. Like I said, this was sent to me by the developer. 3 codes were sent to me. So I was able to play around with some multiplayer. I have a good friend that just built a computer, so I was able to play with him. And as you can see, it's kind of an 8-bit blocky game from the company Fabian. VikingFabian.com is the publisher and developer. They've also made the game Lootfest, and Pick a Hero and Party Jousting. And the reason I say that is because this is not their first game. And if you look up their patch notes and stuff, they make that very clear that they've always wanted to make an RTS, and they made this. The price they told me was $3, I'm guessing it's probably going to be $2.99. And it comes out in March 1st, so in 13 days. Hey, that's my brother's birthday. I for $3 it wasn't that bad, but I wouldn't be charging all that much more. It's not a amazing game. It's not. There's still some polishing that needs to be done. My friend and I that I played with, we were both very confused. We were sitting in the same room, him on our laptop and me on my rig. And we were just talking through each other, trying to figure out what we were doing, and to the best of our abilities. So this is kind of like a card game. Like if you remember that Blitz mode in Halo Wars 2, this is very similar to that. Is that you are generating the gold, which are the little gold coins that are kind of filling up. How it's weird that it shows it and puts a number to it. I think that's kind of weird. I don't know why you wouldn't just have one solid circle and that fills up and then the number ticks up rather than showing you each gold going up to, a dozen or so. And you use those gold to buy coins. You can spawn those people almost anywhere, it seems, or anywhere within the immediate control of your people. But when I say spawn, that means they come from your castle or nearest point and travel to that spot. So you can spawn them like straight towards the enemy base, but they'll have to traverse the map to get there. But the most daunting part was trying to understand what each unit did. It's very confusing just trying to figure out what each unit did. We had a very hard time with that, just talking amongst ourselves, like, oh, the farmer does this, oh, the knight's this, oh, da da da. Because the symbols, we try and interpret it, but it's like reading hieroglyphs. The mini map just kind of gives you blobs, they're that way, and it's 8-bit, so it's not like you have amazing depth. And yeah, you're trying to capture the points, move, and take it. The matches are very short. They're like 3-4 minutes. And you're trying to capture the points. The maps weren't too bad. The home screen UI is pretty terrible, I personally thought. Mainly because if you and your friend happen to have the same game, and you're, like, I was playing a skirmish match just trying to figure out the controls, and my friend got on, and saw that it pops up, hey, your friend is playing this game, and a big button that takes up, a 12th of the screen comes up, and he clicked on it, that thinking it would be like a join party, invite, or something. No, it automatically rips you from anything you were doing, and you're now playing a match versus them. So that was kind of annoying. Some of the bonuses you get let you beef up your points you capture, so you can either build a city there, so it's fortified, or a windmill, so it generates you more money quicker. But those are very few and far between. The best we could see, there was no way to like change up your deck to kind of eliminate the crappier cards to get better cards, because there was stuff like the battering ram and the missile launcher that weren't really effective almost 99% of the time. Unless you're trying to take their castle, it was almost useless. It's also interesting that when you spawn a new card, it actually spawns the people into the world, and they sit there and generate before they actually go and attack, before they move or can be attacked or anything. So that's interesting. Like I said, it's not a horrible game. I wasn't, there you can see, all of a sudden I'm just ripped out of my game to go to his. I was very aggravated by that. It was nothing he did. He just saw my name and clicked on it, thinking it would be a join party game. It was not. And like I said, we both played around, trying to get a good feel for it, giving it my all. They sent me this copy, wanted to do my best at it. Um, and I think we got a good feel of what the game was. For $3, it's not bad. Especially if you have friends, you just kind of like playing a little something different. The description is very right. It is a very casual game. As you just saw, the boot time is very, very quick. There is almost no wait time anywhere, really. It's pretty quick as far as status goes. So if you and a friend are just talking, like a lot of my friends on Steam, we will just be on Steam to talk back and forth. This would be a great game to just throw on, so you're talking, but you're also kind of doing something. I was able to alt tab and stuff out of it just fine. It's not horrible looking. I mean, it's 8-bit, so as long as you can get past that, the maps are fairly decent. I mean, as far as fun and lanes and all that, the troops, I mean, for 8-bit look decent. Like I said, the UI is just a little confusing. I wish there was a little more customization. Change your deck, change the matches you're doing instead of just it throws you on a random map for a random time for a random amount of points and all this other stuff. It'd be nice if you could change that a lot more. But if you're a big fan of the lane style games, MOBA games, the Blitz kind of games, this is definitely one to look at, especially that cheap. The developer said $3, so I'm guessing that's how much it'd be. Hypothetically, that could come down to 99 cents here soon. Maybe look at it then, especially, if you and a friend buy it both at 99 cents, you only got $2. Like I said, throw it on in the background and play something like that. I did have an editor, but didn't even try that, so maybe that quorums most of my things, but it's early access, and so I really didn't dive into that much. We were just playing around because I had him there, so I tried to play as much as I could to try to get a feel for it. Like I said, the maps just kind of randomly generate, throw you on a random map. That's kind of annoying, especially if you want to try certain things, but it's not bad. Thank you to the developer for sending this to me. I love it. I loved it. I love getting those random codes. It really kind of makes my day. And I will always try and review it if you do that, of course, in a timely manner as best I can. As always, though, that's just my opinion. And as always, we're all in this one together. I'll gladly see you in the next one.